presentation of this, everything from the logo to this opening movie is just so perfect. Yeah, I know, bring that up every single time I start the game, but I love these PlayStation-style intros, and this one in particular is just really well made, and it's just... I don't know, I'm a sucker for this. I'm the kind of person who, when I watch an anime, will watch the opening on every single episode. Well, if it's a good opening, okay? There are some where I'm just like, no, that's garbage, skip it. But, for the most part, I don't know. I love this kind of thing. How's it going? Weren't you just the other day, weren't you in one of my streams, Sojnek? I think you were. Anyway. Yeah. Yeah, no, I actually think my favorite of them all is probably still the original Parasite Eve. But Legend of Mana's got a good one. There's a lot of good ones. Alright. So... I should make a minor confession before we begin. So, you know, last time, this one right here kicked my ass. The entire stream was just me losing. Yeah, so yesterday I decided I only did that one stream and then I didn't do anything else because, you know, still recovering. But I just tried to do some puzzles. And, you know, I'd gone through a bunch of puzzles. I spent the entire time just stuck on one puzzle for like an hour or two and then went, wow. Yeah. I'm still on the powerful painkillers. So I don't know how this is going to go. We will see if this goes better. I don't know. Well, I'm gonna have fun. Whether I win or spend the entire time losing, I'm gonna have fun anyway. That's my plan. I'm just glad to be streaming again. Oh. I'm sorry. I have no idea. Let me see. Is the J pronounced like a Y? Or... I don't know, man. Hey, if it's any consolation, my true name, nobody can pronounce. I'm serious. Nobody on earth can pronounce. It's amazing. I remember in high school at my, I guess at my graduation, the principal calls out everyone's names perfectly during the rehearsal, including people with incredibly long, complicated names. Nails it! And then screws up mine. Because nobody can pronounce my last name. It's an old German last name. Anyway. And no, a wizard will not confess their true name. I could get summoned or doxxed that way. No. Oh boy. Lose until I win. Yes! Or win until I lose. I have to admit, losses in this game are a lot less frustrating than in some other games I've played. The kind of games I like to play where like XCOM, where you spend all this time building these characters up and then they all die horribly. Or Master of Magic, where you've been playing for like weeks and then something goes horribly wrong and everything is lost. And you're like, no! Weeks of play lost! Yeah, and this one, it's like, I lost a mission. I'll just start it over. It's refreshing once in a while. As much as I like the edge of your seat, high stakes stuff, it's nice once in a while to play something where the stakes are relatively low. Oh my gosh, they have a rifleman! This is the first time we've seen an enemy have one. And I am uncertain as to its range. Oh, this will be interesting. Out there, between the dunes! A cactus. Is it? Are you in America? Because cacti are only native to the Americas. Are you sure? Actually, you'd be surprised at how many things are native to the Americas. A lot of things that like potatoes. Yeah, potatoes didn't exist in Europe or anywhere in the world except the Americas. Of course, there's a ton of shit that weren't in the Americas, like horses. Horses didn't exist in the Americas until the Europeans brought them. There wasn't a cactus there before. It must be a new cactus. It must have just grown. Oh, yes, because cactuses grow instantaneously. It's not like they can take... Actually, this type of cactus here, over here, this one, these things are worth good money. They started putting chips in them, I understand, because people steal them. They take like an eternity to grow. Yes, there's a black market for cacti. That's... Sometimes truth is stranger than fiction. The Switch? The Switch? Actually, yes. I think Wargroove is on the Switch. Yeah, actually the Native Americans adapted to horses amazingly quickly. I've always wanted to do a story where time travel shenanigans, instead of horses, it was motorcycles. I love the image of a war party on motorcycles, like biker gangs. And just everything else is 1800s. They just have modern motorcycles for some reason. The weapons, they're old, flintlock, or actually no, they'd be they actually had repeater rifles by that point, the Henry and anyway, but just everything is Wild West, except everyone's just riding motorcycles. It'd be glorious. I would love it. I mean, just grown big enough to see. Like before, it was a tiny bit too small to see, and now it's just about right. I've actually never watched Mad Max. That's stupid. I'm gonna go check it out. But we're supposed to stick together. If you go, I have to go. Nada. Nada, are you seriously gonna make me walk all that way? Fine. It drives one of my coworkers crazy. I haven't watched movies. No, it drives him crazy. Like, constantly. It's like, oh, you haven't seen that. Oh, you haven't seen that either. Like, he expects me to have seen, like, this wealth of movies. Some of them I've not even heard of. Because, he's a big film buff that's seen everything. And me... He has never seen an anime. He's never played a video game. So I have no way to communicate with him, and he has no way to communicate with me. All of our analogies don't work. Like, there's literally nothing that we can talk about. Like he's never read any classic literature or fantasy novels. It's just... Yeah, and it drives him literally nuts that I haven't seen any movies. No, I have actually seen some of the nerd classics. Of course, Back to the Future is freaking amazing. I actually watched a lot of Westerns specifically. A ton of Westerns, but not nearly all of them. There's still a ton of people like Johnny Mac Brown and Gene Autry that I haven't seen any of. But, let me see. I have some old series. God, Columbo's a lot of fun. I mean, of course, I've seen the Die Hards. I mean, everyone's seen the Die Hards. I've seen the Terminator and Terminator 2, I'm not going to even watch any of the later ones. Nope. I'm quite satisfied with those two. But, yeah. Anyway. I have not seen a lot of things. Someday, I'm gonna sit down and I'm just gonna do, like, a shit ton of movies. Someday. You know, I reckon that other soldier was right. I reckon that is a cactus. Let's get going. We're almost there.
Here's the plan.
That was a twist. Exactly. We need to get past this border wall. Oh, yeah, I've seen Firefly, too. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty good. That was a pretty good show. I haven't seen any of the other, like, I haven't seen, what I'm trying to think of what it's called. The guy who made Firefly had this other show he was famous for with vampires or something. I haven't had television in like 20 years, okay? So, the only time I see something is when I go out of my way to see it, which most recently has been... Hold on a sec, I just gotta shoot us off. The most recent thing I've been watching... I have to literally go out of my way to get shit when I want to watch it. Because I don't have any of the Netflixes or any of that stuff either. I don't have any of it. That and Murphy's Law I'm currently on, which is actually really good. I mean, Phineas and Ferb was more consistently amazing, but man, Murphy's Law has some good episodes. Yeah, Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Yeah, I've never seen it. I have a friend who was big into it. Do that, we're gonna need get a little help from a friend of mine. Once we're through the wall, we destroy their stronghold or defeat their commander. Is that a crack in that wall? That'll stop them from following us. And we'll be helping you from up here, right there? If you can capture that tower and port, we can send you some reinforcements.
Hey.
In the meantime, I'll build up your funds with my thieves using your wee hideout here. Not before I've spoken to my pal over there. Should do that now. Okay, interesting. So the only way I can send money to this side of the board is to use the thief to steal from these. So I can't just beat them down and capture them. I have to make sure I bring the money back here to supply them. They'll be able to send out warships to bombard the shore. Oh, they got Ryota. Yeah, these two cracked walls are gonna have something happen. Okay. Alright, I think I see how this goes. There's another crack there. I feel like I should be using a giant or a trebuchet on those. What's the point of having a wall if you're gonna leave half your troops outside of it? Alaska hobo's life. I saw a couple episodes of Black Lagoon years ago and thought it looked awesome, but I never did get to see more of it. Let's see. Why don't I have Netflix? I don't know. I don't even have a TV set up as a TV. Like I have this, but I'm using it as a computer monitor. I don't know, when Netflix first came out, I actually didn't think it would work. The idea of mailing discs through the mail, like, I thought there was no way that would actually work out. I was mistaken. Oh, hey, look at that. Oh, no, no, can't get away with it. Pooh. What if I just put you here? That doesn't count? That doesn't count. I have to send this guy. Alright, fine, here.
Hello.
Alright, Joe, how you doing, pal? Never better. I got those bombs you wanted. Beautiful they are. Oh. They'll take you straight through the walls like a hot knife through butter. Homemade and nearly as good as the prince's. Maybe better than the prince's. I can only make a few, mind. Resources being as what they are, so don't waste them. Okay. Interesting. Okay, I get 2 holes. I feel like I should just punch one in here. Oh, if I save the second one for over here, I could skip this double barricade. If I were to blow both of these holes here, I don't have a knight. That kind of sucks. And they cover each other. That's a problem. Don't like that. I kind of just want to go through up here, but, no. I should probably smash through down here. I kind of want to use one to just hurt them, but, Dark crystal. Yeah. How it worked, Netflix was originally, what it was you would buy a DVD, and you would pick any DVD from their catalog, and they'd mail it to you. You'd watch it, and then you would mail it back to them, and they'll mail you a different one. And that way, you were all. It was sort of like a rental service, except you invested in it by paying a monthly fee and by buying a disc. So if you bought like 3 discs, then you could have 3 discs in the mail. And I thought there was no way that would work. I just thought, nah, that'll never work. I was wrong. I was completely and utterly mistaken. It took off and was a huge hit and became a streaming service. Meanwhile, other companies with, we had the last blockbusters in the world, right here where I live. In fact, I was surprised to find that they closed within the last, I guess, year. I'm sad. If I had known they were going to close, I would have totally made a video just to go, haha, we have the last blockbusters on Earth. Because we did. I say that. Somewhere in the world there's going to be a blockbuster still open. Somewhere. Just to prove me wrong. Psyche. I don't know. I haven't heard of Psyche. Let's see. What do we want most? We got some pikemen. We're definitely going to need a wagon. Oh, yes. A wagon to deliver a person here. Ah, they can't attack the same turn you drop them, though. I need a knight. My income is not enough. I'll have to wait a couple of turns. I need a knight to... There's no way I can strike it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no, crap. It's well positioned. Normally, if there's a trebuchet, you want to sit just outside its reach. And with a knight, they can charge it and kill it and bring it down in one move. But behind a wall, there's no way I can pull that off. Oh man, I had a friend who lived and breathed Cowboy Bebop during high school. It was a good show. But, I preferred Outlaw Star. Sabrina J, Soul Hunter. Oh, so many really good ones. Let's see. Interesting. Okay, I see. Well. Bonk. Bonk. Snipe. Oh, this is the free they made a DLC that was completely free, that added a whole new campaign. The plot is we're bandits and we're stealing from everybody. I already stole from the undead and made off with all their treasury. Yeah, we're pretty much literally attacking and stealing from everyone. I suspect that some villain has kidnapped this guy's wife, which is to say these two kids' mother, and is ransoming her back to them. I suspect, but I don't really know. For all I know, they could be their dog that's been abducted, or something entirely weirder. We're not too clear yet exactly what's going on. This faction basically is just humans, but with different leaders. I really do like the ability that the guy with the hammer has, but I consider it to be kind of underpowered. And these two kids, I'm just not a fan of their powers. That said, they're pretty good at spanking dogs, I guess. Oh, wait, shit. I thought I was at a distance. No, don't break, don't break. I need both of those. Alright, these two kids have crazy versatile powers, but I'm not a fan of them. They're interesting, I'll give them that. Alright. So, you saw the rifleman pick someone off. He has to reload every 3 rounds. And check out the range on him. Look at that, he can shoot down to here. That's way further than even trebuchets. But there's all kinds of restrictions. And then there's these thieves. They instantly they have no combat ability, but they instantly destroy a town. And if I can bring them back, they'll drop all the money off and I'll get like 300 bucks. If I can steal from this, I literally steal the enemy's money 1,000 at a time. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. Alright. I don't like this setup. Or can I? Perfect. No, it's So this was a free DLC. This was a free DLC. They didn't charge any money for it. I think it definitely adds some elements that would make multiplayer, like, really interesting. But the game was good when it was released. Like, I didn't feel like it was missing anything. This is just stuff that the developers wanted to have in there. It's actually designed to be two-player co-op. Obviously, I'm playing solo, but yeah, it was meant to be two-player co-op. Oh, I want to hit you. So that'll screen you. I'm not sure this is the right move, but it's the one I'm making now. I'm just gonna back these up. Now they should all want to murderate you, because they generally do. I'll put you here. Knight, but I feel like I need reinforcements now. This is gonna hurt. I'm gonna have to get through all of that. Or maybe I just want a golem. Golems are good. You know, as much as I want to tear through this, maybe I just need to steal the towns. If I can just steal all these towns. That's probably for the best. I should just detonate here, grab the towns, while this side moves forward to build the battleships. We'll see how this goes. Alright, meanwhile, on this side of the board, things are looking much better. So, let's provide support to this crew. Hey. Darn it, you're just out of reach. Curse you. Fine. Troublesome. You out of range of that archer. Alright, what'll it be from you lot? No, you're supposed to shoot the commander. I left him out so you would shoot him. Oh, it's gonna hurt. Alright. Interesting. You always choose to move the archers first. actually go for the commander intensely. Right. I needed that. Yeah, it would have been so much better going into the what ifs or if-thens. Let's just go with what we got. Alright, so what's interesting about this map is they made this one purple. So I'll actually be depositing money in my allies' hands. Devastated. Yeah, I don't know if I can recover from this. Another one for you, like they were supposed to. Looks rough.
This might hurt a wee bit.
I can't reclaim it much as I want to. I can finally have my knight. It is tempting to try to plow through like that, but I definitely need what's up there, so I'm just gonna... Is it even possible to slip you by? Yes, it is. Still blow that hole open, but everyone will have to... Yeah, that can be done, maybe. Threading the needle, it can be done, except spearmen won't be able to make it. But I'm not likely to have any of those left by the time we get through this, so okay, fine. I can reinforce it. Huh. Oh, let's see. No, it's not. This is going terrible. You're as crude as your tactics, like a blunt instrument wielded in clumsy hands. We're doing our best. Ignore him, Errol. He's just sore because he's losing to a couple of 10-year-olds. Oh, you're 10. Well, that answers one question. I was wondering. Let's see. He's got the high ground, I see. Let's see. Normally I'd go for the archer first, but these guys hit hard. And they're completely annihilated by bullets. Come at me! It's hard to advance when they can strike out to that. Well, I mean, arrows are kind of stronger, except on certain units, bullets are stronger, but for the most part, I think arrows are much better generally. They do more against everything from dogs to, well, they can hit aerial targets. Bullets aren't even allowed to hit aerial targets. The advantage of the riflemen is that they can shoot a ridiculously long range, which makes them really nice. Just having insanely long range is a huge boon. Oh, yeah, and archers have a melee attack. The riflemen do not. Yeah, pretty much riflemen are just all about range. Just insane reach. It really does count for a lot. Oh yeah, and archers can move and shoot. Riflemen can't move and shoot. They have to pick one. Where's my archer? Alright. Oh god, they hired another freaking thing. They've hired 2 cavalry in the time I've been able to hire 1. I want to detonate this thing and potentially open a hole they can come through. I see. Crunch. I don't have anything that can flag that stupid building again. I completely botched this. I don't suppose... No, of course not. Oh, don't stab it. Well, at least he's charged up and good to go. Fine. At least this side of things is going well. Yeah. The rifleman would have completely killed him. Yeah, I think that the difficulty is higher. I mean, I think it's 2-player co-op intended, but it's I think you're meant to have completed the main campaign first. I also think I'm not playing very well. But yeah, the difficulty is definitely higher than the campaign was. Alright. Another one bites the dust. Charge up! Groove is at 80%. Alright. Punish me some more. Raiders, why have you come to Heavensong? It's none of your business. It is their business. We're robbing them. Cease your destruction and return our villages. Sorry, pal. No can do. They have riflemen right over here. The first time I've seen them with riflemen. Alright, you're gonna see this guy's groove in a second. It is pretty amazing. Looks like he's getting tired. They're beating on him too much. Okay. So, how this works, I can hit this guy, and I can land him anywhere I feel like. If I land him here, he'll do damage to these two. If I land him someplace he wouldn't be able to go on his own, for example, in the water. Actually, I think he could step in the water. This hill, maybe, he should instantly die. I think cavalry can't get on hills, right? Hold up. Okay, let go. Let go. Yeah, cavalry cannot step on hills. So if I knock him onto the hill, he should instantly die. Oh yeah, did damage to both of them and insta-killed him. Perfect. Most of the time you don't get that insta-kill in. No, it didn't let me have the wall. I was looking at the wall at first and surprised I couldn't land him on wall. But yeah, check that out. That's the best case scenario for that groove. A lot of times you're just swatting something for like 2 damage. Just put it away from you. Alright. So, you're heading back. Ho ho ho! Hadriex, how dare you! Okay, there we go. No more reinforcements for them over here. I'm still not actually making money, but as long as their dog doesn't one-shot my thief, and I have no idea about the durability of thieves still. It's one of the things I've been trying to figure out is how durable are they really? Alright, so now they're going to start popping men over here. But at least I have a chance to recover. I feel like I need my own siege equipment here. Yeah, you can catapult your own units. I'm actually been thinking if I charge T off again, I could knock a giant over here and have the giant smash it from behind. It would be sacrificing a giant to kill a trebuchet, but it would do damage to their other units, and, you know, it's a well-positioned trebuchet. It's a pain in my butt. Why am I killing samurai? Because they're guarding their money? How dare they guard their money? They should want me to have all their treasure. Honestly, I have no idea why we're here. We're just attacking Heavensong. We're bandits, so I assume we're here to steal something. That was their last bullet, so it's a crit. We've all seen movies. We know that the last bullet always kills. Always hits and always kills. Alright, we're gonna get the battleship before we crush any walls, and that will make the rest of this mission work out. Golem, though. Thank you. Must be to think you guys didn't want to attack my commander anymore. Oi! Shoot my general, not my thief. Oh, I caught it from the water, potentially. No, what they say is, I know what you're thinking. Did I shoot 3 bullets? Or 4? Well, do you feel lucky? Well, do ya, punk? Yeah, I know, it's 5 or 6. There is such a thing as a 4-shooter, though. They exist. Okay, I know, we're cool. Smashes him. Okay. Alright, well, I've got 2 cities now. We're starting to get a little income. Once we get that, we'll be in better shape. I need to heal him up, and then we're going to go for this area. Yeah, he's pretty scary. I read about these Oni. My book said they're a force to be reckoned with. Our Oni are super tough. Yeah, they are. Alright, 1 sec. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that thing is pretty bad news, and you're still not charged. I'd love to catch it in the water, but I can't. It actually moves faster than we do. I think our best bet is to get all of our ranged units together and try to fight it in the mountains for added defense. They're hoarding money. Their income is so much better than ours. Deposit. Okay. Heal. That's pretty much my income for the entire turn. Alright. Aha! Okay, choices. %. Ugh, these things are so big and tough, and let's just pick off the swordsman. Archers do twice as much damage to these behemoths. That's nice. Go with the healing. Could probably guess that, of course. I don't think that's possible. But if it is possible, somebody's probably already gone and done it. So I'm probably going to lose the archer this turn. Oh, nope, they're attacking them. Thank you so much. I put them on the hill and I had hoped, but... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We're going to get through the entire top side without losing a single person. I can dump them all in transports. This is going to go extremely well. Shame I can't catch them while they're in the water like that. Man, the defense would be so low. It'd be great. Oh, right, I'm on this side still. Okay, let me see. You feel pretty good, I guess. Ready to move forward to steal. Okay, 1,000 for a trebuchet. I think I'd rather go with that golem, actually. Once we get over this hump, we'll be good to go. Okay. Finish him.
They won't see this coming.
I never expected a firecracker right in his firecracker weak point. Why they insisted on installing a firecracker-shaped weak point in that thing, we may never know. Alright, he's fully charged. There's the golem. We'll move it into position with our next move. Add that cash. Things pretty much in position. We're good to go there. Right. They're freaking dangerous. Way powerful and terrifying. Who installed the bulletproof door? That's all of them. That is all of them. Okay. I've got a surprise. Oh, no, not quite far enough. Okay, fine. Alright then. We'll be in position for it next turn. So, do we want a dragon? Do we want some of the harpies? Or do we want to just go with warships? I kind of just want to go with warships. Spearman was so slow. I'm only gonna be able to buy one or two good things. Alright. Alright. I like how the thieves don't make any noise when they move. Alright. All hell is about to break loose. Okay. Captured! Sometimes I still have trouble with the controls, as weird as that is to say. Winged and Cloud. Okay. Or we could just buy a bunch of balloons and be silly. Ha ha ha! Respect the artillery! Okay, now next up. Good, they're recharged. Excellent. Super annoying. Alright. Let's see how all this is going to go together. You're only going to be able to do 4% back. So, while dealing a minimum of damage, as little as I can get away with the golem. Plop him down over here.
Off you go.
Ah, at last they made it to heavensong! Calm yourself, Sergeant. Those who panic seem control of their foes. Outlaws, hear my words! Heavensong stands against you. We shall not be overcome. If'n you say so. That's the appropriate place for you. Okay. There's door one thief here. The other thief is gonna have to wait there. Okay, next golem is in position. He's gonna have the crap knocked out of him, but that's okay. Go ahead and produce another knight to follow up with. Meanwhile, oh, darn. I don't want to shoot cities. Darn. I was gonna shoot one of them. Well, that's no good. best thing about warships is cannons. True, true. Okay. Wow. None of you really have the capacity. I'm gonna pick off their archer and not get hit by a trebuchet, critting my poor warship. Okay, foop. Alright. So my plan is to get a second warship ASAP. This guy could just hang out on this side of things, sniping. So what we'll do is, yeah, second warship. That'll cost, I'm not sure what that costs. I'll also add an Ember Wing. I'm gonna pick off this rifleman next turn. Oh, wow, they got their own. Crap, I should have gone with a witch.
Away and boil your heat.
That's right. Build up his groove. That's what I put him out there for. Give him as many opportunities to hit back as possible. What's that? A ballista bolt to the knee? Oh, that. Oh, wow. Shit. See, ballista, that wasn't even a crit. I intentionally put him outside of crit range, and it still did that much. Freaking catapults. I knew I had to rig it up so he'd get the attack the same turn. Oh, well. Darn, I didn't do nearly what I had wanted. Didn't get nearly what I wanted out of that. That's gonna cut into your operating budget just a smidge. Okay. Crit. Looks like a safe move to me. He's just gonna need to heal up next turn. Squash the man and his horse. Maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to have one anti-air with us. Okay, what I really want is an extra warship, but this little fella has complicated things. So instead, I think I need a witch. They have nothing that's anti-air here. They have no way to stop this thing. Alright. Bring her down! Deposit the army on that side. Okay. Get the archer in there. Curses. Fine, just keep moving forward. Ah, I can have merfolk too. They're great. That's what my navy is. I like the maps that have sea, air, and land units all together in them. I feel like that's when the game is really complete and at its best.
Dead.
Oh. Interesting. His blade dash doesn't hurt his troops when he uses it. I didn't realize he didn't hurt his own men with it. My move hurts my own men when I catapult them. Huh. That's really interesting. And a rather unfortunate way to learn about it. Huh. It's not allowed to move over the gate. Alright. But it's gonna end up hitting my poor ships. Move. Yep, that's it. All the cool stuff is happening over here. We'll just heal from this naval dock. Position to go dragon hunting. shit. You actually shot all the way up to there. Of course you can. Ah. Well. Alright, let me see. Alright. So you're gonna detonate down there. Directly here, and you're charged, and you're charged. This leads to all kinds of interesting possibilities. Purple has the real interesting moves, though. Alright, let's play with Scorching Fire for once.
Don't underestimate me.
Let's see how that goes. Meanwhile... Whoosh. Okay. I'll eliminate that archer. Ooh, a harpy. Gotta watch out for that. Oh crap. I want to take that move back so badly. Oh well. That's life sometimes. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make a freaking harpoon ship. You wanna go air? Fine, go air. Ow. Alright. I could send something flying over there again. Sacrilege! These walls have stood for hundreds of years. Well, you should have maintained them during those hundreds of years. Okay. Cavalry in position to charge in. Oh, that's a good spot. Oh, that's a tempting spot there.
Off you go.
Off you go. Oh, that ends its turn! Ah, crap. Well, I'm learning more and more about my grooves, but that's stupid. It already takes damage. At least let me make the move. I kept everything else outside of the reach of this thing so I could... That is stupid. I hate that. lot of that goes on where I'm like, I'm counting on some ability. The last time I played, I thought I'd won the map twice, only to discover it didn't work like that both times. Ugh. Hello there. There's all my cash, and it's only half weighed. Oh well. Let's see how that burning ring of fire does. How much you want to bet they all move out of distance so it doesn't kill them? I mean, that's what I do. I want to see how it impacts this town. Be dropping here. Everything's going to be deposited over there. Cavalry charge. There. These guys deploy here. It's going to be a good move next turn. Walls are going to be a pain in the ass to bring down. Alright, fire! Let's see it. They just step outside the fire. Yeah, that's what I do. I hate their fire ability. It's every bit as bad as I thought it would be. Ah, that's blocking it. I can't hit it. Alright, let's see. Oops, no deposit. Oh, crap. Oh, well. Well, we're all inside trebuchet range this turn, like it or not. You get a crit there. That's the best I can do. Fine, I'll just buy a golem. Yeah. I just don't like these kids' abilities. The healing one is so-so, but it's just not as good. It'll hurt my own men if I'm inside it. It's just not good. Alright. Wow, I don't even want to land on that shore now that I put that there. Fine. Oh, it's almost healed. Deposit those. Next turn we start depositing, and man, these gates take eternity to crack. I know, Trebuchet really, really crushes me. Oh, okay. Just as that thing comes out, too. Alright. One door. Finally, I can hit this thing. Not do significant damage, but at least I'm hitting it. This is the important move. Okay, with that, I can buy something. It's gonna be replaced with which? Wait, no, shoot him! Shoot him! Oh my gosh, shoot him! I lured him up here! Shoot him! Ah! And you're not allowed to harpoon things on land. Doggone you! Now he's gonna get to hit me. Ah! Careful not to bring this thing in too close. Yeah, this has been one sloppy battle. The marksman is in a boat. He didn't have enough range to shoot this thing. It was too far away. He's currently sitting in this boat here that's going to be deposited on the shore next turn. Doggone it. God, they should have been dead! I couldn't deposit the marksman because this area is on fire, so I had to move him over this way. The fire has just been a bad move. It's not even damaging their walls. Sure that their abilities sounded great on paper, but in practice, that fire one is just stupid. Alright. See what we can salvage from this. Oh shit, you were giving us more? I never noticed he was giving us new ones. Holy crap. I could have done a lot of damage with that. Alright. Oh, this guy's gonna come scything through us. I didn't notice that he made 2 more. I don't know what I noticed, but it wasn't that. You were supposed to be decimated last time. Zone. Out of the way.
You are already dead.
Ah, crap.
No!
Anyway, this map was a mess. Let's try this again.
Here's the plan.
Blah, blah, blah. I know. We can do this 100 times better.
Hey.
Alright. First move, here.
Hello.
You have infinite of these? Hell yeah, I'm gonna make use of them. Give me more. I want to see how long it takes. I just want some information. I'm not a boomer. Good grief. Okay. 1 turn. Okay. All right.
Here's the plan.
So they come back within a single move. I'm Gen X. Good grief. I get called a millennial and I get called a boomer. What the hell? There's literally both ways people can be wrong.
Hello.
Now that I know I have infinite of these, I am gonna make liberal use of them indeed. Perfect. Because I can. Alright. Not there, though. Followed up immediately by All this generation number stuff is something they made up after the baby boomers. The baby boomers were an actual legit thing. It was when all the soldiers came back from World War II and they had a shit ton of babies all at once. So there were all these kids that were around the same age, and that was the baby boom and the baby boomers. And then they just started, like, making up more, and then they started naming the generations going backwards as well as forwards, and honestly, nobody can agree on exactly where the things align. It is interesting. Like, I have a whole book on demography somewhere that gets heavily into that kind of stuff, because the different generations had different interests, and it was a big deal if you were in marketing and stuff to know what sells to who. So, but yeah, no, it's incredibly arbitrary. So by some measures, I'm considered a millennial, but we were taught we were Gen Xers when I was young, and, you know, I'm fine with that, and some things still counted as it, so, you know, I'll just go with that. Gen Y comes after me and is counted as the millennials, and then Gen Z, honestly, I don't even know, and then there's something called Zoomers, who knows what the hell that is. And they'll just keep making up more of them. The basic idea is about every 30 years is a new generation, more or less, although things have gotten, like I said, a lot of people just don't agree on exactly where the divides are. They're generalizations. Mostly used for marketing. I can save in all sorts of games. I don't, because that's not how I like to play them. Gotcha. Just sit there. Sit. Actually, that's a good question. Yeah, you can save. This modern gentleman refused to work? What? Oh, you're talking about the stereotypes. Yeah. Trust me, every single generation has its negative stereotypes associated with it. Nobody misses out on that. Whether you're the get off my lawn cranky old, what do they call them? Not the. Actually, it's interesting. The silent generation is interesting because nobody quite had this. The modern understanding of generations wasn't really clear at the time, and the silent generation comes along, and they're called that because they kind of didn't do anything, and they weren't buying, and there was basically this big recession and stuff because, well, what it was that the silent generation, there was not a lot of people in it. They didn't have a lot of babies. And so there's this generation that just didn't have enough people. And all the stores and everything were just expanding and doing what they always did, and suddenly sales are dropping and they don't know why. And it would go along, starting with baby products and work its way through industries as they aged up that would each go into little recessions. And it was absolutely horrific for the economy, apparently. And people at the time didn't really fully understand what was going on. But, yeah. Ouch. Darn. I was hoping I had done enough damage to the cavalry they wouldn't be able to one-shot that guy. Let's see. Crunch. Oops. Ha! It doesn't hurt my own team? Oh, well, shit. I'm gonna do it again. It should hurt my own team. But if it doesn't, I'm not gonna complain none. You're out. You're out. Oh, not quite. You're still in. Okay. Let me see. Alright, you are safe up to here. Keep you out of reach of the doggo. Alright, let's see. 80%. You have to move forward. Yeah, don't worry about the bombs. That's what we learned from our first... One of many things we learned from our first attempt at this. The bombs come back every time they're used, so I'm gonna abuse the hell out of them. Yeah. No, play games in your free time. I don't see any problem with it. I mean, I understand people who have gaming addiction have a problem, but I mean, good grief, people can get addicted to pretty much anything. And as long as you don't get roped into the endless DLC, the endless microtransaction stuff, that can really become a problem in your life. And MMOs. Holy crap, can you get sucked into those? I understand that as one of my own weaknesses, so I generally avoid them. No! Timmy! He was too good for this world. Alright, let me see. So... Let me see... Whoops!
Time to take a hammering.
Sinful? Only if it's Dungeons and Dragons. I happen to be using this underneath my mouse pad right now. What am I? Anyway. I remember reading some really old sermon, I don't even know where anymore, about the devil and his cards. It was not even talking about gambling, it was talking about, like, playing cards. The older generations always complain whenever the newest media is, it's evil. Rock and roll? Oh, that must be evil. Television? Oh, that'll rot your brain. The boob tube, you couch potato, you. Yeah. Everything. See, you're positioned deliberately out of distance from where I could trebuchet you, I'll bet. I'll just wait for a goal. So currently, video games is escaping from that hole. And we'll then see some horrible new thing that the youngins are doing when we get a little bit older. Them and their vapor visions. And we'll be like, oh, that's clearly evil. What are you doing wasting your time on your vapor visions? Ah. Because, you know, we have to continue the tradition. Whatever it is the kids are into, we have to decide that it's evil. Every time. It's a rule. Otherwise, we're just not humaning right. And I wouldn't want to human incorrectly. Yeah, I don't want to move there. I think I can get away with this, though. Perfect. Okay, let's gonna move forward. You need to make sure you get a bite out of them. So that you can do your healing beam. When is Dungeons of Dreadmore returning? I don't know, Chenla. When are you going to recode the game from scratch so it doesn't crash? It's a very good question. Why, I've been waiting for months. Surely you must have 90% of the way finished it by now, right? Poke. The cavalry's one weakness. Lots and lots of spears. It's not as bad as their other one weakness. Being hit by giants. Or their other one weakness. Being hit by freaking trebuchets. You young whippersnappers, get off me lawn! Every older generation ever. Okay. You know what? I guess I'm gonna go ahead and throw down a wagon. I want that gold one first. Alright. If I do that, they'll be dead. Oh my gosh, I want them to get a hit though. It'll charge on its own. Let's move forward and tempt the next group of enemies. Don't have much of my lancers left. I'm sure we'll get through it. Oh, come on! Not even gonna attempt to move. We break the walls down next turn. Okay, they're fully charged.
This'll keep us safe.
Gonna fight them on this mountain again. Alright, gotcha! Break stuff with a sling? You know, people underestimate the sling as a weapon. It's a hell of a deadly weapon. In the ancient world, they were actually ridiculously accurate with it, too. People nowadays for shows and things will be like, oh, look at how insanely inaccurate this is. Yeah, that's because you haven't trained in it. Try training your entire life with it and then talk about how inaccurate it is. But yeah, no, the force you can get behind a sling stone is simply ridiculous. I know stories from people who are older of what they did when they was children. A lot of insanely, ridiculously dangerous things. Stuff that would freak you out. And that was considered normal back when. Oh yeah, sure, firecracker fights, throwing rocks at each other, all that kind of stuff. Ugh. Unsupervised children running around. Not all of them would survive, but they'd just have more back then. Oh shit. Okay. No, okay, yeah, that's fine. Alright, here we go. More bombs. Okay. I do not want to move forward there. Detonate over there. There's a $90 mistake there. Crunch. Crunch. Just out of reach. Perfect. Perfect move. Go ahead and make that wagon. Go ahead and make that knight. Come at me! use my golem for that. Waiting in the wings. I want to have lots of children. And I want to have lots of practice at doing the thing you do to make children. At some point, I intend to fulfill that. You're going to be a pain in the butt, because you have to move all the way down there. I can't easily get at you. That's the limit of your movement, yes? Alright. Fine. Here are your choices. Who do you want to hit? The general? The spearman in the road? Or one of the ones on the hill? Those are your only options. You're gonna finish this guy off, aren't you? Regardless of which one you pick, you're trading at best a spearman for a giant. Yeah. Just absolutely absurdly, ridiculously hard hitting. Ah, but you're screwed. You have no power left. Blisses actually aren't nearly as scary. Oh, right. This side. Well, let's see. What do we want to do here? Oh, you can't actually reach that. That's a problem. 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. Might. Safely behind the cart. You know, I could put somebody inside the cart, tee it off over there, damaging the cart, but not the person inside it in there. Okay, there you go. You can reach. Excellent. Okay. So now your best moves are to attack thieves. Perfect spot for you. You. Okay. Surprise! Any way to heal him? Yeah, I have to spend money at a town. He's getting to it right now. Crunch. Oh, it survives. Okay. Oh, really? It went for him. That's very strange. Alright. Alright. Most of the town was used up and most of my cash, but hey, we got it. Let's see. No more barracks. Ah, that expedites things quite a bit. Okay, you're done. You're probably dead. That's pretty much everything. Alright. You'll probably want to knock that in. They still haven't. That's why I respect the trebuchet, man. It has killed a golem and a knight, the two expensive units I was able to build. And I haven't been able to do anything to it. So ridiculous. Ridiculous. Ugh. You know, they actually increased the price of the trebuchet with this DLC. They made it a more expensive unit. Yeah, I have to get troops over there to hit it. But there's a wall in the way. It's not easy. But it can be done. Okay, as predicted. They're charged up again. Alright. Time to get air and sea. Every scrap we can. Right. Use that as a place to hire new units. Now that I know how tee-off works quite a bit better, I'm not going to try launching my guys over there. Transports and battleships and all manner of terrors. Oh crap, as long as that trebuchet is there, I can't hold this barracks and hire a troop. Just waiting for the other team to get their stuff. They're running a little behind schedule. But I think the extra caution is paying off. Winged and cloud. Is there? Alright, I guess I can put you back here. Oh, if I try to rob that town, I'll get squashed! Fine. Can't squash us all! Alright. Surprise! No, snipe the two guys! Snipe the crew! I've seen you take down 4 enemies with a single volley. You can take down 2. Alright. Landfall with one hell of an invasion force. We haven't lost a single troop up here. Meanwhile, down here, got all manner of unpleasantness for you. That's right. Expensive to reinforce a thief. Load. Load. To that, an amber wing. Let's add a harpoon ship to help deal with their flyers. And fully charge these guys. Here it comes. He's ready to do icky things to us. Alright. This time, things are gonna go a little bit differently. Okay. Can't quite reach. Oh well. Go for the gold. Alright. 54%. Fine. Halfway through. Start immediately building the biggest, heaviest stuff right there. Let's go ahead and get a knight to charge through this breach. That'll divert some of their forces away from the landing up north, or if they divert everything up north, they can do some damage. And there. Finally. One down. Gonna hang out right here. Your duty is to destroy the other one. Is doomed. So is this one, incidentally. Losses will be very heavy, as it always is when storming a beach. But they've got snipers covering them for what that's worth. They've got an amphibious assault with all kinds of support. Losses will still be heavy. So heavy. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and drop an additional warship because I know I'll want it. Alright, how bad's it gonna be? You can't take the dragon out this move. Ooh. Yep, I knew they were dead. We know they weren't coming home. They're dead. That negative defense on the beaches on top of everything else. Yep, you guys are toast. Oh, hey, look, one of them lived. Ow. Not as big an ow as you did before that blast. Alright. Make your deposit. was hitting the cavalry, it was ignoring the thief. More importantly, ignoring this. That side. The giant will smash through the second one. Excellent. Okay, the getaway car is there for the thief. Now the real fun begins. So, you may think you've stopped the invasion on your beach, but you haven't. Oh, let's see. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's even more annoying. But I can make that work to my advantage. Alright. The next wave. Gone. You're out. Has largely decimated your army, aside from this stupid thing. Alright, so your only real thing is to take the dragon down, and then this kills you. That's how that's gonna go down. First question is, what's Ryota gonna do for his move? Go ahead and make a generalist. Alright. The March of Golems is beginning here. That was a strange way to move, but okay, yeah. That's the thing you do. You've already dragged. Oh, really? Oh, shit, it survived! Barely, but it survived. Oh, I don't get to heal you now. Okay. Okay. Well, how do we want to handle this? Well, I'm definitely gonna hit that. He lives. He lives! Alright, all this stuff is flying up your butt down there. I might even try a heist. Can't I just tee off the door? That'd be nice. Alright, that door's breaking next turn, and then the golem is through, followed by another golem. Alright, looks good. Well, the northern side of things isn't going so good for you now, is it? Yes, relatively safe. I guess I should let the pikemen catch up. Yeah, I guess I should. Let's get an extra witch going. Alright, there we go. This time things cleaned up nicely. I wish I tried that last time. Like I said, I just had several last time. I guess it was Saturday. I forget when. I thought I was playing against Cherry Grove, and I thought I had the win twice, only to discover abilities didn't work the way I thought they should. One of those was Tee-Off doesn't work on enemy generals. You're just not allowed to use it on them at all. And the other one was, you know how I've been insta-killing towns? Yeah, it turns out that doesn't work on their castle. So, yeah. Alright. Alright, we're in! Oh no, they've destroyed both gates! Yes, I have. And I'm knocking this village out. Your income is rapidly dwindling. This trebuchet is dog chow. Yep. Let's see. Ah, if only I could pick. Just take out this one thing. It's in the way. It's flying. I should be able to just walk under it. March of the Golems. It doesn't matter, because purple is the one that's really doing all the damage over here. Want to see a magic trick? They just disappeared. Alright, you! Get out of here. Still have no reason to use their healing ability. The enemy can, after all, profit by it. Is that it? Is that all my pieces? Let's see. Nothing for you guys to shoot. I could make a sea turtle or a moorfolk. Guess I'll just make another witch. Alright. You got nothing, man. Just give it up already, Ryota. It's already over. wagon is no match for us. Yeah, dogs aren't really known for their ability to scratch their way through doors. That's not gonna work, buddy. With that much health, I think you're actually just picking up and throwing the boulders. All right. Boop.
Off you go.
I just really wanted to do this. I just really wanted to hit someone with a dragon. Let's see. Yeah, sure. Crunch. Oh. Reclaim that. Alright. Rifleman needs to get in a boat. Surprise! You're hexed. And you're simply removed from play. This guy is tough. Because I don't need them and they're pain to fly all the way over here.
This'll keep us safe.
Meh. It's gonna use its hex, and then we're just gonna heal right back up. That's my guess. Oh, hey, never mind. I can do this. Well, I can still hex us, but. Anybody else gotta move? No? Okay, I think we're done then. This is your last turn. What will you use it for? Ooh, a dragon. Fancy. Yep, he did the hex to hurt everything. And then on their turn, it'll all get healed up. Let's see. Unfortunately, I don't think I really have a way to get at you, actually. Can at least shoot that down. Ah, there we go. Damage! Double team. Oh, it survived. I am surprised. Alright. Shame that I can't hit that castle with my battleships. Dragon. Oh, it didn't go down. Oh, well, you're almost done. You're just too stubborn! Quit being so stubborn and fall! Thank you.
Whoa! It worked!
It took 3 curses. Where did this weather come from? I feel like I'm being graded.
Oh.
I've got sand in my eyes. Yeah, well, Kefka gets sand in his boots. In my mouth, in my shoes. Oh great, she's gonna grow up to be Kefka. I think the sandstorm's good though, isn't it? They cannot find us in this. What are you talking about? This is their backyard. This is the weather they live in. You guys aren't used to this. You're the ones who are going to get lost and confused and lose track of your enemy. Aww. Yeah, right. It was a cactus. Yeah, whatever. Alright. So tomorrow we get to break into Heavensong Palace. Presumably we won't have to deal with Ryota again. Alright, fine. Let's take a quick peek at it.
Hey!
No, not the plot. Just a peek at what we're up against.
Here's the plot.
Okay.
Hey.
The goal tomorrow shall be the theft of this treasure. I have no idea how in the hell we're getting out. Looks like there's a lot of switches and complicated stuff going on here. And the queen. You can bet she's going to call absolute ridiculous numbers of reinforcements. Also, her ability to move us around. She could just suddenly put somebody into a position where they die. Oh, actually, you have this kid too. Because I can't see where all of her reinforcements are going to come from, I don't know how hard this one will be. We shall find out tomorrow! And until then, until next time and every time, this is Hadriex. I actually scored a win today. Bye.